How many of you have heard of or played the video game Rock Band? Or Guitar Hero, similar concept, great, a lot of people. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, Rock Band is a video game where you play songs with controllers that look like real instruments. All right. I'm actually ranked #1 in the world for Rock Band. On bass specifically. I have first place on 33 out of the 58 songs. One day I was at work, and I was talking to my coworker, and she mentioned Rock Band, so naturally I told her what I just told you all. And she said, "Wow, that's a really good fun fact." A really good fun fact. My journey to #1, 10,000 hours over 4 years of my life, including some of the most exciting and frustrating moments I've ever experienced, boiled down to a really good fun fact. But she was right. My accomplishment in and of itself is not going to change the world anytime soon. But it's the residual effects, the things I learned, that made it all worthwhile. So let's talk about how I found out about Rock Band in the first place. I went to my friend's house when I was 12 years old, and he had the game, and we started playing, and I just fell in love. We had so much fun. We played all night. I went home. I just wanted to go back to his place so I could play more. I didn't stop talking about it for 2 weeks. So eventually my mom decided to get it for me as a gift. It was so nice of her. So I played, and I worked my way up from easy to expert, just like everyone else. But how did I actually get these first place scores? Well, the first step is pretty obvious. You got to hit all the notes. You got to play the song perfectly. And on a technical note, you can get 100% and still not play the song perfectly. So there's something called a full combo, which is like a perfect 100%. So that's an FC. That's what I'm going to call it. So I was FCing these songs, and I was getting about 50th. Okay, what more can I do? I'm playing the song perfectly, but I'm only getting ranked 50th. So I found out about this technique called pathing. So there's this mechanic in Rock Band where it gives you this string of white notes. And if you hit them all perfectly, you earn something called overdrive. When you activate overdrive, it temporarily doubles your score. So if you activate overdrive during note-dense parts of the song, it'll increase your score. So I started practicing and applying that, and now I was getting top 25. But I was never breaking top 10. So I thought, there must be something even more. I got to dig deeper. What more is there? Then I found out about these techniques called squeezing and early whammy. Now, these are very complicated. They deal with manipulating the 125 millisecond window that Rock Band gives you to hit each note. But it comes down to getting slightly more overdrive and really making it go the extra mile to optimize your scores. All right, this was doing it. I'm getting top 5 on a lot of songs, even some first places. But I realized that there was something more that I could do. So I started modifying paths based on my personal ability to squeeze an early whammy. And this is what unlocked the key. This is how I got all my firsts. What this really taught me was to marginalize your steps. Recognize that you don't know the next step until you actually get there. Never go into something thinking that you know the 10-step process to success, because you don't, and you'll fail. Face what's in front of you first. How did I actually find out about all these advanced techniques? I found a community. There was a website specially made for people who were interested in Rock Band, and they had a forum. The 2 most important parts of that forum were technique, style, and gameplay, and accomplishments. In technique, style, and gameplay, I could ask any question I wanted to. I might post, hey guys, I don't really know how to FC this part of the song. This is what I'm doing right now, but it's not really working. Within 24 hours, 5 to 10 people would get back to me with their advice. And being able to piece together, mix and match all these different perspectives really propelled my ability to be good at the game. The other important thread was the accomplishments thread. This was just a place to post anything I was proud of. So I might say, hey, I've been struggling with the song, but I finally FC'd it. And someone might post, hey, great job. That song's really hard. Now you have 45 FCs, and you're only 13 away from getting all of them. That's great. Keep going. We know you can do it. If it weren't for the Rock Band community, I would have never stuck around long enough to become number one. I'm very fortunate that that community existed before I even started playing the game. So if your passion is off the beaten path, you might ask, how do I find a community? Well, you can't. You have to create one. Luckily, we're in the digital age, so YouTube, Reddit, just reaching out to people will really help with that. However you do it, learn and share your experiences. Even with a community behind your back, you're going to face some struggles, and you're going to fail. But maybe the most important thing I learned is that when you fail, it only means you need to put more time in. This is something school doesn't teach us. When we fail a test, the class just keeps moving, and we're stuck relearning the things we couldn't catch on to the first time and having to keep up with the rest of the class. But when you're pursuing your passions and interests, it doesn't have to work that way. When you fail at something, work, work, work until you can't anymore, and you'll succeed. My personal example of this is the song Visions by Abnormality. Back when I played Rock Band, there were 249 songs in the series, and no one had FC'd all of them. Visions by a mile was the hardest. It had these bursts of 17.13 note per second strumming, which is so fast that the game can't even consistently register your physical inputs. But I didn't let that stop me. I said, I'm going to put my head down, I'm going to figure it out, I'm going to grind it out, I'm going to FC Visions. About a month after I set this goal, I was playing the song, and I got past all the strumming parts. I was home free. There was nothing to stop me from getting 100% on the song. But I choked. Whether it was nerves or the sweat on my hands, I missed a note. 1,236 out of 1,237 notes. It was devastating. But I didn't let it hold me back. In fact, it motivated me. I said, I'm going to play this song for 4 hours every day until I get the FC. 3 months later, I FC'd Visions. It was the happiest moment of my life. I was the first person to FC the whole series, and in 2010, that was voted Accomplishment of the Decade by the community. The real moral of the story is do something you love. I didn't mind playing that song for 360 hours over 3 months because I loved playing Rock Band. I enjoyed every second of it. Go out. Find your passion, all of you. Search for it. Be ready to learn along the way. Be ready to enjoy every second of it. Just push through the lows and bask in the glory of your highs. Your passion does not have to be something groundbreaking that everyone's going to rave about. To most people, it could be a really good, fun fact. But life is about your experiences, not about being at the top of the scoreboard.